Namaste, I'm Take.
Hi, I'm Matt. So, this guy, he did a British quiz and he failed. What did you get, Take? 1. He got 1.
Oh, wicked.
Not wicked. So he proved that he had no knowledge about the UK whatsoever, despite spending years around British people and understanding British culture. So I'm gonna give you a chance to redeem yourself.
Bloody hell.
We're doing another British quiz.
Bloody hell.
So we're on British quiz 2. We've got another 10 questions. I'm gonna see can Take prove himself and finally prove that he has the knowledge of the UK. Also, please play along at home. So, let's get into it. Question 1. So, what is the capital city of Scotland?
Scotland?
Yes, Scotland.
What was the famous one?
Yes, it is very famous.
I know this one. I
don't think you know this.
Canberra. Oh no, that's Australia. Alright. When you said, what's the capital city? And then I was like, oh, London.
Everyone knows London. Okay.
Alright. Stockholm.
No.
What is Stockholm?
I don't know. It sounds like Stockholm, which is a different country, isn't it? Sweden?
Sweden?
Yeah.
Stockholm.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yes!
The most famous place in Scotland. It's where, the residence of the king is in Scotland. It's where Scottish Parliament sits. We have the Edinburgh International Festival.
Yeah, I know that name.
Great. I wish you'd written it down. Question 2. What is the name of this dish?
Sausages?
I don't think you know it.
I mean, you guys like this one, so this sounds disgusting.
Okay.
Green dicks.
No. Where did that come from?
The last one, the pudding was spotted dick.
Yeah.
I was like, there are 2 dicks. And the green pieces.
You mean the peas?
Green peas.
Yeah.
And what are they? Sausages?
Sausages.
Yeah.
And mashed potato.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Bangers and mash. Bangers and mash is a very famous comfort food in the UK. In fact, I think it was voted the #1 most comfort food in the UK in 2009. It's made primarily from mash potato, which is where the mash comes from, and sausages, which we call bangers.
Bangers.
And this comes from, I think, World War I, World War II, where we had meat rationing because of the war. And therefore they had a high level of water inside the sausages, and so they would often explode or go bang. Therefore it was bangers and mash.
But it looks delicious.
Yes. Question 3. So, what item used in the rain is called a brolly?
I can only think of Dragon Ball, but in the rain, right?
In the rain, yes.
No umbrella? Maybe. Okay. Umbrella.
Yes! Yeah, it's umbrella. We call it a brolly. So this comes from the shortening of the word umbrella, right? We're taking off the U-M, we're taking off the A, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, we stopped saying brel and we said bro. I guess it's more to do with regional accents and different, regional differences.
Alright, yes, I got it.
Yay!
Yes, 1 point.
1 point.
Okay, doing great.
Question 4. What TV show has been running since 1963 with over 15 actors having played the same character? If you don't know this, then I'm quitting this channel.
Okay.
Doctor Who. Yes! Yes, Doctor Who is a sci-fi show. It's about a character called the Doctor. He travels around in a spaceship that looks like a 1960s police box. And he travels through time and space. The main thing of the show is that he is an alien, and so when the actor wants to leave, they change to a different face. And that way they can keep the show running with the same character, but they've had 15 different actors.
Yes, 2 points!
2 points!
I'm doing better than last time!
Yes! Question 5. What food is usually eaten at Wimbledon?
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon. Wimbledon, very famous British tennis.
Tennis?
Yes, tennis competition.
So there's a specific food they always eat at the
Yes.
tennis festival?
Yes. Please put it the right way round.
Don't take it. Okay. Mushroom bangers.
No. Firstly, it's mash in A.
And A.
Yeah. Secondly, it's bangers and mash. So
Bangers and mash.
which is ER. And thirdly, no, we do not eat bangers and mash at Wimbledon.
So many mistakes. In one answer.
Oh. I'll give you a hint. It is a fruit.
Fruit.
Yes.
Maybe lemons. Tennis balls.
No. It is strawberries with cream.
How would I know?
It is very famous that when you go to Wimbledon, you have strawberries with cream. This started back in the 19th century, and over 28,000 kilograms of strawberries are eaten every year at Wimbledon.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I love strawberries.
Not bangers and mash, and not lemons, and definitely not green dicks. What do you take this country for, Take?
Okay, next one.
Okay. Number 6. What is the name of this flag?
There's a name.
There's a name.
Oh, like Japanese flag as Hinomaru.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is another common knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Maybe around the world,
Yeah.
which I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Double cross.
No.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
In this case, it's called the Union Jack or the Union Flag.
Union Jack. Ah.
Yeah. So the Union Jack is a combination of 3 different flags. So first you have the England flag. So the flag of St. George, which is this one here. Then you have the flag of St. Andrew, the flag of Scotland, which is the blue and white one. And that became the original Union flag. And then it got merged with the flag of St. Patrick, which was the flag of Ireland, to combine to make the Union Jack.
Interesting.
Surprisingly, there is no flag representation of Wales.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
And then I saw somebody made a perfect flag for this.
Yeah, with the dragon.
Yeah, with the dragon.
I think maybe we talked about this before. Yeah, there was a version where they put the dragon on the front, which I think they should do, right? Where is Wales representation? Question 7. What is the name of the British ship that famously sank on its first voyage in 1912?
I know only one ship that sank.
Okay.
Was that a British? Okay. Titanic.
Yes! Yes, the Titanic was built in Belfast in Ireland and then came over and brought from England on its maiden voyage to New York and then famously hit the iceberg and sank. It's actually one of 3 ships. There was the Olympic, the Titanic and the Britannic. And all 3 of them had disasters and only one of them survived.
Oh my god.
Of course, the Titanic we know hit the iceberg. Then the Olympic, although it didn't sink, it did hit another ship and had to be put into repairs for a long time. And then the Britannic was hit by a torpedo during World War I. It was being used as a nursing ship for soldiers during World War I, and it sank. So all 3 of them had disasters. There was also a nurse who went on all 3 ships and survived all 3 ships. The most unlucky woman, because she was on the Olympic when it hit the other boat, she was on the Titanic when it sank, and she was on the Britannic when it sank. And she would still continue to go on ships. She's crazy.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Terrible.
Terrible, but incredible. Question 8. What do we call this?
I mean, which part are you talking about? The station? The train? I don't know.
You should know.
Oh yeah? I should know.
Yeah.
We've talked about this?
Yeah, I think this was our first ever video.
First ever video?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean I see. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Tube.
Yes!
Oh.
It is the tube!
I see.
Yes.
Oh.
The underground train service in the UK, in London specifically, is called the Tube, or the Underground. The Underground is the official term, but it's commonly known as the Tube, based on the shape of the tunnels, the long tubes. Also, within London, they have the equivalent of your IC card. In London, it's called the Oyster card.
Oyster card.
Oyster card. And the reason that they called it the Oyster card is because the world is your oyster. You can travel anywhere.
World is your oyster?
The world is your oyster. Very famous phrase.
Like, what does that mean? Oyster
It
is
means
the food, right?
Yeah. But the world is your oyster is an idiom that means that you can do anything, you can go anywhere.
Why?
I don't know. It's a good question. But that's why they're called oyster cards. The Tube or the Underground. Not the subway.
Subway.
That's a sandwich.
Sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got it.
You got it. 4. You're up to 4.
I'm not supposed to be doing this well.
Number 9. What is the best-selling British band of all time?
Should be there, right? All time.
I hope you know
That's
this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Beatles.
Yes! Yes!
I thought of Queen as well.
Yeah, but no, Beatles were much
Yeah,
better.
I mean, I guess there, yeah.
Obviously, one of the most famous bands around the world, starting what was called Beatlemania, when people were crazed about this group. You know? We obviously had John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison and Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
They started off in Liverpool, and they ran for 10 years from 1960 to 1970, until they separated and they went their own ways. Obviously, Lennon was shot, and then George Harrison died of cancer, and McCartney and Starr are still making music. They're still going.
Yeah.
Funny enough as well, Ringo Starr was a big part of my childhood because Thomas the Tank Engine was narrated by Ringo Starr.
Is that a British show?
Yeah.
The train with the face?
Yes.
That's a British show?
Yes.
I thought it's a Japanese show!
No!
Thomas.
and Ringo Starr did the narration for all of the episodes.
Wow, dude.
So I would hear his voice every week as a young child when I would watch Thomas the Tank Engine and have no idea until my mum told me that he was part of the Beatles.
What? What was he doing?
I don't know. Wow, 5 points.
Bloody hell?
What?
I didn't see this coming.
Me neither. Question 10. Which king conquered England in 1066? We have done a video about this.
What?
We have done a video about this.
1066. I can't remember his full name, but...
Okay.
William.
Which William?
William the Conqueror.
Yes!
I'm doing great.
William the Conqueror! William came over from France in what's called the Norman Conquest, and he conquered England in 1066. He then went on a campaign around the UK to build lots of castles and cathedrals and introduced the French language to England forever, which we have done a video about. Please check the link below.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Yeah.
We last talked about Henry VIII.
Yeah.
And I said about how his body exploded.
Yeah.
William I also. His body was so bloated and swollen from gas, from the decomposition, that when they tried to force it into the sarcophagus, his body burst open, and the explosion was so so foul smelling, that people left the funeral, they fled from the foul smell.
Oh my god.
What is it with kings?
What's wrong with them?
Another fun fact, my grandfather did a family tree that led all the way back to William the Conqueror, which means that I am a direct descendant of William the Conqueror. He is my 31st great-grandfather.
But man, please don't ever explode.
I have no intention of exploding. Well, you did it! 6 points!
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised! So, how did you do at home? Please leave a comment down below. I'd love to know. Did you do better than Take? Did you get 10 points? Did anyone get 10 points? It would be great to see. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye!
See you!